Visitation interference is when one custodial parent denies the non-custodial parent visitation. It affects our children. Children are entitled to visitation. The court order would tell the children and the adults, you have first, third, and fifth weekend, or you have every other weekend. And so whenever one parent interferes and prevents the child from seeing their other parent, that is what visitation interference. It means that one parent interferes and prevents the child from seeing or visiting the other parent. Parents and children have a right to visit one another, and the right is usually given by the local judge or the district judge in a court order form, whether it is a divorce order or divorce decree or an order given by the attorney generals. So their rights, every order is different, the time lapse is different, the pickup times are different, summer's vacations are different. Usually the children for Mother's Day will automatically get Mother's Day with their mother, Father's Day with their fathers. Summers are usually given to the non-custodial parent. Christmas is on alternating basis, the same with Thanksgiving. In this DVD, we'll be talking about divorce rate in America. America is #1 in divorce rate. Divorce is easy to track down because it's tracked down by statistics, whether separation is very difficult because there's no record of marital status and then single status or head of household. America is 5 families per every 1,000 divorce in America. That leads to 6 million children affected. So in a neighborhood of 1,000 people, 5 houses are affected with divorce every year, leading our children dealing with visitation. And in some instances, some parents interfere with the visitation. United States is 5 per every 1,000. Puerto Rico is 4 families per every 1,000. China, 0.79 per every 1,000. Ecuador, 4.2 for every 1,000. Jamaica, 3.8 for every 1,000. Mexico, 0.33 per every 1,000. And Italy, 0.27 families per every 1,000. A research study performed by Amy Baker, her research says that every year 1 million marriages end in divorce, resulting in more than 100,000 couples battling over custody and visitation of their children. In this research, Amy Baker talks about the side effects and how visitation interference affects children. In her report, she says that she names visitation interference as alienation from parents. It results in depression, it results in alcohol and substance abuse, lack of self-esteem, and poor grades, and depression, and so in some instances, even suicide. There are several steps to preventing interference. There is no one-size-fits-all. There are several steps to preventing interference. There is no one-size-fits-all. Every case is different, and every child is different. Every family is different. Every city is different. Every city has different resources, and even every state has different laws. Some pointers to point out is that child support does not affect visitation. Child support, if one parent is behind on their child support, that has nothing to do with visitation. Another thing to consider is that parents are encouraged to pack a bag for visits. Packing a bag with medicines or clothing and even homework is very vital in helping the child feel at home. Every parent has to make an effort to make joint custody work. Irregardless of what situation parents are going through, they need to set their problems aside and realize that joint custody means just that their custody is joint. It has nothing to do with how parents feel with one another. This has to do with custody. Another good pointer is that children should be given a calendar. Children have the right to know, okay, this weekend is coming up, so this weekend I spend time with dad or with mom. Keeping a positive attitude is a big difference. Children know when parents are stressed. Encouraging children to bring homework and school projects is a must, because that prevents any future excuses from other parents, and children feel more safe coming to the non-custodial parent's house, knowing that their schoolwork will be complete. Some basic tips is create a parenting plan. Go over your court order. See what's on there. See what holidays are given to you and what dates are given to you. What times do visitations start? Choose a date to start tracking. Keep a calendar and jot down when you were denied visitation. Jot down when your children were returned, when you picked up your children, and where. Who was there? Who was around? That's very helpful when speaking to an attorney, if you choose to get one, or talking to a local family planning agency, or even local resources around your area. Track what really happened. Please, this is vital. Do not include personal feelings. Just track. I picked up Susie at mom's house at this time. Grandmother was there. Instead of saying, oh, well, I hate my ex-wife and her ugly mom was there. Track only what really happened. Facts, not opinions, are very important. Journal useful information. Journal, Susie went to the hospital in February, March, she went to the dentist, I picked her up, so forth and so forth. That way you can have a clear memory of what's going on. Another thing is learn flexibility, and this is particularly with the custodial parent. If the non-custodial parent turned in the child 30 minutes late, okay, it's not a big deal. School and joint physical custody. Please check your state, but in Texas, it is against the law to move one child from one school to another school during a court case. Please be advised and seek legal advice of the school. Also, make a visit to the school principal and the school registrar. Let them know that you're currently in a court case. Let them know your pickup times. Let them know what is going on so that they can be better aware of your child and your visitation schedule.